How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Job Corps Rants. I am your host, Trey, and well, let's just get into this episode. Today I'm going to rant about a topic that I've been meaning to get to, but I always kept slipping my mind. It was on the tip of my tongue, and now I finally remember what I was going to rant about all those months ago. And before I get to that, let me just show you a quick slideshow as a way to build a scenario for you. So here's some screenshots of my room. As you can see here, I just keep my room pretty neat. It's been called clean for a boy from a female before, but not in that way you might be thinking, you nasty bastards. As you see here, my room is pretty clean. It's kept tidy. It's not bad. And what would be your reaction if I tell you that my room, as it stands right now, would get me a poor score on my room score? That's the bullshit we're about to talk about today. Today's rant is about room scores in Job Corps and why I believe it does nothing in the job hunting experience. Now, keep in mind that if you live in Job Corps, you have to go through their rules and you have to do what's stated in the living agreement. Just like when you rent your own apartment, you have to keep your unit up to code as to what the landlord states. However, Job Corps likes to take things too extra, as I'm going to explain to you in this video. Now, with Job Corps, they have this room score system. And with this room score system, you of course get points and you rank high or low depending on how clean your room is kept, and not just by cleanliness but also by smell and other factors they might want to put in there as well. And the way they do this is right after you leave your dormitory for training day, they'll be in the dorms looking up and down and searching and making sure that the dorms are looked and kept tidy as part of the living arrangements agreement that you sign off during your initial welcoming to Job Corps. With room scores, that's the score that you and your roommates accumulate at the end of the training day. When you come back to your dorm, that's the score you get for your room. Most of the time they just tell you the scores after they do a roll call after training day. Other times they'll just show you what the room score is and like in a display somewhere on the wall in the hallway of your dormitory. Gainesville, the scoring system was from 1 to 10. 10 being the best score you can get, and 1 being the absolute worst score. And you probably shouldn't. If you get 1, that's awful, dude. You should be ashamed of yourself if you get a 1. Like, if my room was to be held up to their score, I would get a 5. But I wouldn't get a 1 because that's just means you kept your room absolutely worse shape, a complete mess. Stinks like straight ass. You got fucking a pet in there, I guess. I don't know, but you completely fucked up. You are getting evicted. And of course, there's roommates who may not agree with the scores. There's always gonna be a roommate and not agree with the score. If I didn't do it right, and I know I didn't do it right, then I'm not gonna argue about the score. Alright, my room deserves to get an 8 because I slacked off. But if my bed wasn't made up, if it wasn't all sloppy and shit, then there shouldn't be a reason to mock me down for that. That's bullshit. Another thing that I want to rant about in this topic of room scores is, I hate going back to this, but St. Louis Job Corps, get your shit together. St. Louis, for some reason, their score is ranked all the way up to 40. I don't get that. In what universe is 40 considered a good score? Not even in fucking Canada is that considered good. A 40 is passing, but that's still not good. A 40 is fucking awful, dude. Getting a 40 on any type of test would get you fucking failed. An F. You would get fucking remedial action if you get that kind of score. But yet in St. Louis, for some reason, they got that as the highest score you can get from your room score. That would make more sense if the room scores were like up to 100 or maybe even 50, you know, because you know what, they maybe don't want to go 100, maybe you could do 50 at the highest, fine, whatever, they could be a score of 5 times 10. But no, the highest you can get is 40, which doesn't make any sense. That makes it such a large margin of error. You fuck up, you could get a 20, and 20, that's half of the available points you could get for your room. I know they're under new management now, and Minac is no longer in control of that center, so hopefully now the people who are running it actually know how to run a center. But from my experience, it was just not pleasant. It was not. It was just awful, dude. So, going back on course here with the topic of the video, the room score system, it only works when the incentive to keep up with it is good enough. With some people, they don't care if they get kicked out of their room. Shit, they'll say, oh, I don't want to be in this room anyway. Fuck these people, fuck Job Corps, I'm going home. You gotta have a good incentive to keep people motivated to keep cleaning their rooms. And that's something that I don't think all Job Corps centers get. I believe the incentive we had is that if the dormitory had the best scores, whichever dormitory had the best scores for the entire month, they would get to win a trip off center to a buffet. And when you get Job Corps food served to you 24/7, change of pace is nice. You know, getting to go to a buffet, that's really nice. And I get to, you know, humiliate myself at a buffet because I'm a big dude, and that was a good incentive to keep people to want to keep striving to win that, to make them want to keep going, to strive for that. Although the chances of that were somewhat in the favor of whichever dorm is just known for being clean. That usually would be dorm 5, the starter dorm, which all the new people go to, or dorm 4, which is like right next door. So it's kind of in their favor of those two dorms. But sometimes it could even be a girls' dorm, or it could even be the dorm 2 or dorm 3. But never dorm 1. Dorm 1, that was a dorm that was shut down because it was just beyond repair. It just shut that entire dormitory down. In St. Louis Job Corps, their incentive system is fucked. Like I mentioned in a previous video, the incentive for a room to keep clean for a whole week is a Walmart gift card to the room leader. This is a very bad incentive because that doesn't incentivize the other people in the room to clean. That's just incentivize the room leader to say, come on guys, we gotta get our shit done, we gotta make it clean, or else you're fucking up with my money. Like, dude, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about your Walmart gift card. I'm here for advanced trading. I don't give a fuck about you. Like, not to be a dick, but honestly, why the fuck should I care? I think other RAs and other dorms had a right idea. Like to offer the dormitory a pizza party, for example, if they keep the dormitory clean for an entire month and they get high scores. That's a nice incentive. That's something to strive for. However, when the incentive is only benefiting the few and not the whole, then there's no cooperation there. That's not how you build a team. And this is coming from somebody who actually took leadership lessons at one point in their life. That's not how you build an effective team. Hell, there's a lot of people who protest about this system of only rewarding the few while the many people who they rode their success on ends up getting jack shit. In conclusion, I believe room scores are a bunch of bullshit. You could get docked for the simplest of things, from having your shelves be a little too dusty, for forgetting to dust the fucking vent. You could get docked for not having the windows clean. You could get docked for not having the mirrors all nice and shiny. So y'all who love to take those Instagram selfies and say, excuse the dirty mirror, yeah, Job Corps like, nah bitch, you're not excused, clean that shit up. And also the incentives behind keeping rooms clean. It can work as long as the incentive is benefiting the entire room and not just the few. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, we all have the same rooms. Well, minus those who have a room that's independent living, or the specialty dorms for parents of kids, or people who have kids who go to Job Corps. I believe their dorms are different as well. Majority of the dorms are the same, and to put it in a score system as if this dormitory room is better than this dormitory room, that's a load of bullshit. The only reason that a dormitory room could ever be better than another one, as if the old occupants of that room fucked that room up and it needs repair. That's the only reason that bullshit could work. Other than that, all the fucking rooms are the same. Some showers in some rooms may not work as well as others, but again, that's on the fucking people who left that room that way, not on the current occupants of that room. Once again, my name is Trey. Thank you for watching this edition of Job Corps Rants, and I hope to see you guys real soon. Peace out.